Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Holo Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, double honor to the apostle and elders of great notion who taught me this truth that rule well. Salutations to the Yakim out there pushing the truth in all sincerity and risk their lives to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that believe in the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that are scattered on the four corners of the earth. Shalom. I just want to do a quick video on this article dealing with Rudy Giuliani that he did an interview on CNN. This was like last month. This article is dated September 12th, 2020, where he states that the media and black people are their enemy. So Esau Edom, so-called white man, admits that his enemy is the so-called black man, along with you also, you Latinos and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Esau Edom, he is your enemy. We're not of the same nation. We're two different nations, and the Lord has ordained these people to be your enemy, and this devil admits to it. But I'm just going to read the article in itself. It says, Rudy Giuliani believes the people, it's like the media and black people are the enemy. They are. If you woke up this morning and saw Rudy trending on Twitter, it's because of his comments he made during his appearance on CNN, which quickly went viral on social media. While speaking with anchor Chris Cuomo, the former New York City mayor talked about a few things like 9/11 attacks. He also gave his thoughts on presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden, and talked about the use of masks and the shutdown in New York City due to COVID-19 pandemic, along with Trump's handling of the pandemic. During their conversation, the two switched gears a little, but kept speaking on Trump. In the clip, Chris tells Rudy his message is the media is your enemy and blacks are the enemy. Before going on, Rudy cuts Chris off to reply, they are. Rudy's comments sparked outrage on Twitter. One person said, the fact that this isn't blasted through every media outlet right now is another example of how America has become a failed nation. Black people are your enemy. In my world, it's quite the opposite, if I must say. That Rudy Giuliani, you're a disgrace and a disgusting representative of USA. Others weren't so surprised. Another said this comes as absolutely no surprise to anyone who remembers Rudy Giuliani 8 years as a mayor. Yeah, and this wicked Edomite, you know what I'm saying? He hated black people or minorities, Latinos and Native Americans, those that lived in New York during his time of mayorship. He made laws that were against, directed towards them, the whole stop and frisk bullshit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and he also, during his reign, there was a group by the name of Screwball that made a song called Who Shot Giuliani, and out of Queens. And when they made the song, everybody knows about the Hip Hop Task Force, which is, they truly had a task force that was, directed towards hip hop artists, you know what I'm saying, watching them and whatnot, for the things that, because they believed that, they were involved in, drugs and, all types of crimes, being that they mentioned these things in their songs and whatnot, and not to say that some of them weren't, but the truth of the matter is he had because they made this song or whatnot, the group Screwball, he harassed this group or whatnot, and he brought them in for questioning over a song. Like he had his his police task force go out and round these dudes out and pretty much interrogate them over a song that they created called "Who Shot Giuliani." In the song, I mean, you can Google it yourself, but they just were speaking hypothetically, like it was a news broadcast that um, reported that Rudy Giuliani was shot. You know what I'm saying? Because of, their thing was they was like, yo, somebody need to kill this dude because he hate us. You know what I'm saying? He makes all these laws, that are against us. You know what I'm saying? He want to get rid of us. You know what I'm saying? But um, that's because Esau Edom has a perpetual hatred, for Jake. You know what I'm saying? You so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native Americans. He hates you. You know what I'm saying? So the whole song was like, yo, this nigga need to be put to death because he a wicked motherfucker and he hate us. You know what I'm saying? So, and because of that, he brought them in for charges. But yeah, let's go to the video clip of him actually, stating this, that the the media and blacks are Esau's enemy. Twitter.
And his message is, the media is your enemy, the blacks are your enemy, they are. The immigrant. And his message is, the media is your enemy, the blacks are your enemy, they are. The immigrant. And his message is,
so as you see, he admitted it. He said it himself, like the media is your enemy and the blacks are your enemy. So Esau Edom admits that Jake is his enemy, and which is true. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the Lord has set it up, for Esau Edom to be our enemy. And we're going to get that here in the scriptures. This is Genesis 25 and 22, which reads, "And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." So the Lord is stating here that there's just 2 different nations in the womb, and they were struggling against each other, and that goes to show you that there was animosity that the Lord has embedded in them from birth. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord has set Esau Edom up to be your enemy, from the beginning. This was something that the Lord has ordained, and this is why they hate us so much. And as you know, Esau was the firstborn, so he was actually born to be a servant unto Jacob, because Jacob is, the younger son, and it says the elder shall serve the younger. And as you can read on, this is Genesis 25 and 24, which reads, "And when her days were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau." So Esau was the firstborn, and as the scriptures say that the elder should serve the younger. So Esau was actually born to be a slave unto Jacob, and that was the blessing that was given unto Jacob, that he should reign over Esau descendants, but it was preordained. The story was already written for that to take place, and Esau, he's still upset with that, and to this day, that's why he's still slaughtering us, and he wants his blessing back, but the blessing was never his to begin with. Let's go to Genesis 27 and 41, which reads, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherein his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Yeah, so This is why he has that perpetual hatred for you, because the Lord has, put it inside of him to do so. You know what I'm saying? He's your enemy. The Lord didn't make him to be, even though he's our brother, the Lord didn't create him to be our equal. The Lord created him to be our servant and to be our enemy. He's going to be in servitude to us. And, right now, his blessing, he's living out his blessing because the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. So he's ruling with the fatness of the earth right now, and this is his reign, but his reign is up, and we're coming to the end. That's why all these things are taking place right now, because we're in the end days. We're at the end of the end days, and he knows his time is up, and that's why the mark of the beast is out there now, because this is we're living in at the end of the end time prophecy, to where that he's gonna actually force implement this thing, and this is what we're going into. This is Exodus 17 and 16, which reads, For he saith, because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Yeah, so the Lord has ordained us to have war with Amalek, and Amalek is descendants of Esau. Amalek is the chief house of Esau Edom, and the Lord has ordained that we're going to have war with them from generation to generation, until he returns. These people are going to be our enemies until the end, until the Lord comes take this devil out of power. And even then, once he's taken out of power, he's going to go into servitude unto the nation of Israel. And then after 1,000 years of servitude, he's going to be destroyed. Of all the other nations that are going to be enslaved unto us, he's the only nation that's going to be destroyed after the 1,000 years of servitude. And this is Obadiah 1 and 9, which reads, And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that everyone of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob shame shall overcome thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Yeah, I was saying earlier, for all of his wickedness that he done to the nation of Israel, he's going to be destroyed and cut off from the face of the earth, in the kingdom of heaven. Once he serves his time, his 1,000 years of captivity is going to be done away with. He's going to be completely destroyed. What goes to show that and the spiritual demon Satan is still going to be in existence. You know what I'm saying? Satan's not going to be destroyed because the Lord has created Satan for his purpose. And he's going to continue to be an angel of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But Esau himself, the physical manifestation of Satan, he's going to be destroyed. Because these are his people, but the Lord's going to cut him off for all the wickedness he had done to the nation of Israel. If you can receive that, and that's pretty much it. Just wanted to bring some scriptures out. Going into how Esau Edom, he's our enemy. And the Lord has ordained him to be so. He is installed in his DNA to have that hatred to the house of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's not something that he can control. It's just something that the Lord has embedded in him to be that way. It's something that's in his spirit to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's no change in him. So for you to go out here and try to form these different groups of Black Lives Matter looking for equality is pointless, because there's going to be no equality, because the Lord has not set it up that way. The Lord has set up a nation to rule. You know what I'm saying? And we are to rule over all these other nations. But it's just that in this time it's Esau's Edom kingdom. And it's his time to rule. So there is no equality, though he has led you to believe that we can have equality, but that's not how the Lord has ordained it. And the Lord is about to take this devil out of power soon to be. We're at the end of the end time prophecies. And this is a joyous time to be alive. For those that are in the know, we should be rejoicing that these things are at hand, or these things are taking place, because the Lord is just fulfilling His word. And all these things are taking place in order to restore the nation of Israel. You know. So that's pretty much it. Just want to say, Koholo Yahabashim Shai. Double honors to Apostle El's a great millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered on the four corners of the earth. A ball, and shalom.